Thursday night, 9:53. Here we are on an exciting Thursday for our Thursday accountability call with regional consultant Felice Rick. And it's been a crazy day for me. It's been an educational day for me. I've been sitting there learning stuff. You get to our age and you think, you know what, we've learned enough. No, got to keep learning, got to learn new stuff. So I've had an educational day today, which has been kind of fun. But I'm fascinated to hear how Felice has got on today. So I'm going to bring Felice on the line. Regional consultant Felice Rick, are you there, my lovely?
I am, and I appreciate you telling on me, saying how late it is, and it's all my fault, but okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Busted.
That's okay.
No problem. I tend to work late anyway. I'm still in the office, so I'm a late worker anyway, so not a problem. But let's dive straight on in. How was your day today?
It was hectic. It had lots of ups and downs, but I think it ended on more of a high note than the low note it started out with. But okay, that's how it was.
Hey, let's hear the rundown. What happened? What happened this morning?
Okay, so started off. I got up real early, and I needed to pack my car because I told you I'm going on a trip. And then I promptly lost my keys. So it took me an hour and a half to find them.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. And so when I finally found them in the most stupidest place that they were, then I was an hour late for work.
Oh.
So that's how the day started. Great. Yay.
Awesome. I'm sorry about that. That's just one of those things. It's, unfortunate.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because in my rushing and getting to the office late, I was supposed to return a call to Joe at 10 o'clock.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So, and I totally blew that because getting in the office at 10 o'clock, of course, I'm all flustered and running behind and apologizing profusely to my doctor. And
right.
Yeah, and then I had an 11:45 meeting with Mike. So literally I got to the office, took care of the things I was supposed to take care of, and then literally turned right around and jumped in my car to go meet Mike, who happens to office downtown in the Thanksgiving Tower or whatever.
Right.
So it was a mad dash down 75, breaking all kinds of speed limits. Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and for any police people who are listening on this call, there's a cross line. It's not police, it's someone else.
Yes, it's someone else. Yes, it's truly someone else. So got downtown, which is, always an adventure to get down there, and somehow made it there at the building at 11:40.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little proud of myself, but then I can't find anywhere to park. So I ended up calling Mike, and he was very gracious and understanding that, parking is a challenge there. So anyways, directed me to parking, and then we got up there. And so I got up there. And mind you, the 42nd floor of Thanksgiving Tower was very impressive.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah. I mean, the view is just phenomenal up there.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? And actually, my ears were popping as I'm going up the elevator. So
really,
we were up there, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So very swanky offices. Anyway, so we got right to it. I showed him the 6-minute video. He listened very intently. He had a couple of comments about about some of the things. He didn't realize who the owners of Emmett was. He did tell me that he heard of Emmett before, but he said, but I've never seen a presentation. I'm like, oh, great. And then so he watched the video, and then Then at the end of the video, when it said, ask the person who invited you to see this business presentation how to get started. So he turned to me. He says, person who gave me this business, how do you get started? And then he immediately followed up before I could even say, he's like, this sounds really great. He said, but I know this is not for me because, he says, I've had some experiences with that. And I should preference this with he kind of set up that he had a call that he had to be on, or he was waiting for a call. So I was going to reach out and do a three-way, but he kind of stopped me with that because he said,
Okay. So what did he mean by he's had some experience? That's what I wanted to know.
So he's done a couple of network marketings before, and he said, I'm not against them, he said, but I've never been successful in them. He said, but I would really be interested in being your customer.
Great.
Yeah. So he did say that. He's with Stream Energy right now, and he said that he would love for me to. Yeah, well, I didn't believe it, but he said so. He asked me what the comparisons were, and I touted our company and how much business we've been in the direct selling news. I said, if you want more information, look at what they say about the two of us to make a better comparison. I said, because I'm not here to bash them. I'm just here to lift up Gambit and who we are. So we were having a great conversation with that, and so he asked me to give him till next week to get a bill from Stream, and he said and he would love to see the comparison in rates, and he said I would definitely be your customer. So
great. It's a shame we couldn't get him on a three-way call because experience with prior network marketing companies is absolutely zero reason as to why you should do this. I mean, I did Amway before and Herbalife and failed at both of them and don't like network marketing, and here I am 7 years into an Ambit business that is really making a difference. And when you have someone, if I could tell him that on a three-way, that would potentially make all the difference. But okay. All right. No, but that's good. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
So
that was
it's
Mike, right?
I'm sorry?
That was who was that? Mike?
That was Mike. Yes, that was Mike.
Yeah.
All right. And so but I have a follow-up with him on Friday to follow back up with him and see if he has a bill for me. But he thanked me very much, or very graciously, and said, I appreciate you giving me the information. And he said he looked forward to talking with me. He said because
he sounds like a really good guy.
He is a really good guy. I think I feel that really as well. Okay, so then I raced back to work. And the afternoon was really, really crazy. Towards the end of the day, around 4 or so, I'm like, my day is getting away from me. I haven't made my other phone calls. And so I quickly called Matthew and left him a voice message, that said, hi, Matthew, this is Felice. I hope you're doing well. As soon as you're available, please give me a call. I have something I want to discuss with you. And so I haven't received a call from him. Then I called Candace, and she picked up. And long story short, we have a meeting next Friday at 7 p.m. at Starbucks.
Woo! I love it. So what's that, number 3 or number 4?
For meetings?
Yeah.
Number 3. Yeah, number 3 for meetings. Well, speaking of my other meeting that I was supposed to have today at 3 o'clock, Tim called me and said he is really tied up and he can't meet today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have to reschedule with him, and I will do that tomorrow. I tried to call him back. I did get an answer, but I'll call him back. I know we'll get together. I don't feel he's dodging me, but I was like, dang it, you were supposed to stick with that appointment. All right. But so call Candace, and also called Suzanne that we didn't get to about talking with the script. Left her a message as well. And then I was feeling a little down about this day. I was just feeling like, I didn't feel successful in this day.
Okay.
But then I had to run to Walmart to get some things, and in Walmart, just minding my own business.
Like you do.
Yeah, like I do, because, I don't bother anyone. But anyway, so some guy was where I was, and he asked me a question. We were standing in front of hair care products, and he asked me a question about his hair care products, and he asked me what do I use, and I'm like, okay, that's a strange question. And so then he just started talking to me, and it turns out that he's a manager of a Sally's Beauty Supply store. And so,
okay.
And so then he goes on to tell me that, how successful he's been in running the store, but he is so overworked and underappreciated that,
wow.
He doesn't see himself staying there by the end of this year. He feels he'll be gone from there. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, so, what are you interested in doing? He's like, I don't know. I'm looking for something. I'm like, oh, really?
Oh.
And so I didn't give him any presentation, but I said, give me your number, and I'd love to meet with you and show you what I do. I said, it may not be for you. I said, but if you're looking for something new, he's like, okay, as long as it's not Amway or Bitcoin or something else. And I was like, I promise you it's not Amway. I promise you it's not Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then he said something else, and then it was basically about some product, and I don't want to have product in the back of my car. And I said, I promise you won't have product in the back of your car.
Wow, that's great. Mate, this is really good. You've done a really good job with that, and we're gonna take credit for that, by the way, on this week, so we can add it to our score of appointments you've made. But that's really good, really, really good. Make sure you have a good solid three-way setup for him.
Yes. And then so I pinned him down to when can I call him so we can meet. No, I said, okay, so, let's set up a time. He's like, well, and I sort of wasn't paying attention to what he said. He was like, well, not this month. And I'm looking at my phone because I'm typing in a text message to him. And I looked up and I'm like, what? What do you mean not this month? Okay.
Good for you. I love it. Good for you. What do you mean not this month? I love it.
So he said their fiscal year ends in September, and he said, I'm just slammed full. He said, which is why I know that, by the end of this month I will be done. So I said, okay. I said, that puts us into October.
Okay, fair enough.
And so I said, so when in October am I to call you? And he's like, the first week. I'm like, okay, it's a deal.
I love it.
So I told him I would follow up with him just in a week just to see how he's feeling. I said, but I promise, I said, I'm not going to bug you. I said, but I'll follow up in a week to test the temperature. I said, but then October 1, we're having a meeting. And he told me, he shook my hand. He's like, you know what? He said, I love that you're aggressive. And I was like, and I started laughing. He's like,
aggressive?
Yeah, right. And then he said, but you're not too aggressive. He said, that's great. He said, but, if you want to get something done in this world, he said, you do have to be aggressive. He said, or you have to hire someone to be aggressive for you. And so I stuck out my head. I was like, nice to meet you, Aaron.
I love it.
Because you're the kind of guy that I need to hire. And I just need to hire.
Ah.
I said, and then I told him, I said, so you really need to talk to me. I said, I promise you need to talk to me. So he's like, okay. He promised that he was going to talk to me.
Good.
And yeah, so that was great. And then 2 seconds later, this other guy walked up. I need to hang out at Walmart in the hair care products because.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, there's a tip right there. Anybody who's listening on the call right now, go to Walmart, hang out in the hair care products.
Right.
Come and talk to you.
There you go.
I love it.
Yes. And so the next guy, his name is David, and we struck a conversation about, the hair care products. Hey, it's a good segue into things. And so he gave me his number. He also gave me this great tip because I mentioned that I was flying out tomorrow to California. He's like, oh, yeah, what airport? And I was like, Love Field. And he's like, I work at Love Field. I'm like, what? So he gave me a really cool thing. There's this new thing that you can do your fingerprints or scan your eyes and jump to the front of the line. You don't have to stay in the line. Whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and he said, this company is called Clear or something, but he's like, but I work 2 jobs, and he said, and I'm looking to make some money, and I was like, aha.
What?
Like,
really?
Did
he hear the other conversation?
I'm sorry?
Did he hear the conversation you were having with the other guy?
No, he did not. The other guy had walked away, and I'm still standing there looking at the hair care product. This guy.
Have you got a direct line to God or something? Is he sending you people?
You know what?
What's going on here?
I have been praying, and he answered in the most funniest ways because, I walked into Walmart being done. I was just done. I promise you. I was really close to tears because I just was feeling like, here it is Thursday, and I just felt like I hadn't gotten things done. And so I was having a bit of a pity party, and I was like, I'm just walking in Walmart, and I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna call Richard, and I'm just gonna probably be just boo-hooing all over the phone. But
wow.
Hey, so yeah. Okay,
good. So that ended up a great day. So David, you've made an appointment with him as well, right?
Yeah, yes. He told me to call him tomorrow when I get to the airport. I'm not going to have time to talk to him, of course, because I'm not going to get there in enough time to have a conversation and do all of that. But I did promise him that I would call him when I got to the airport, and I will set up a definite appointment with him because he already asked me. He said, "Well, what day are you coming back?" And I said, "Oh, on Wednesday." So yeah. So, yeah. Wow.
Well, there's another tip. So go hang out in the hair care products, but also go do some praying because God's feeling pretty generous right now for taking care of people. So, that's amazing the way that works. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was just at that, I think for me, trying to be prepared, which is a great thing, that's a struggle for me. And I know I need to turn that corner, but like I said, it's a struggle for me. And I'm appreciating the struggle, but today, especially after I left Mike, I was like, oh, man, I could do this all day. If I could just go talk to people and just show them the presentation, it would be great. What's really kind of a challenge for me right now is the back and forth. I get started with the ambit, then I got to drop it and run back to my job. And, again, I really am grateful for the job that I have. But, I'm just like torn between these two. And the job part is looking less and less like, oh, this is, I do get a lot of satisfaction with helping people in that way. But I'm like, ambit is way funner.
Oh, yeah. And, I kind of like, a lot of people are frightened of the cold market. I actually like the cold market, get a little bit of conversation. There's a lot less BS with it. People don't know you that, it just seems to me to actually be a lot easier, which seems a little counterintuitive. But for me, it absolutely is.
Yeah, I agree with you with that. I really do. Because I feel my guard is up when it's someone I know, and and just because because even though ambit is natural and fluid, there's still a bit of handling to do with people,
right?
And so with the people I know and know me, I just feel a little fake when I'm doing the scripted guidelines.
And that's why with the script that there is a rule 7 that overrides all the other previous 6, which is to be yourself. And if it makes more sense, like if you were calling me, I would expect you to say, "Hey, Richard, let's go grab some lunch. I've got something to show you."
Yeah.
Because we know each other, and I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, great."
Yeah.
I think that's a big difference as well. Is do be prepared for Rule 7 or Guideline 7 to override all the other 6. About talking about your why and may or may not be your cup of tea and all this type of thing. If it's someone you know, Rule 7 says be yourself and say what you would normally say. Don't get weird on it.
Awesome. Well, hell, you should have started with Rule 7 for me. Now you tell me Rule 7. But that's okay because, again, you just said at the beginning of this call about learning and growing or learning something new and everything. And so, I feel the learning of this. And it has really been good for me. But, like I said, I just have been feeling like that, you've given me the magic words, so now it should unlock all these doors. And
right.
The locks are rusty still. They're rusty. They're getting unlocked, but they're rusty, and the key is just kind of a little hard to turn. I'm like, what?
Well, it's like anything. You start using it, and it'll loosen up and be, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there any more invites we need to put together?
Well, actually, I surprisingly got through my list, and no.
Also, you're out of town tomorrow, right?
I am, but I'm still going to call you because I plan to make some more calls. The people that we more than on the the number 11 through 465. That's on my list.
Like that other guy, exactly. Yes. No, I get that.
Yeah, no, I can't stop now. I got to keep going, even though I'm going to be extremely challenged tomorrow. But that's okay. It's good for me because if I have a lot to do, then it fires my cylinders up. If I don't have much to do, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get to that. And I don't have 20 things yelling at me. If it's only one, it's like, oh yeah, that doesn't get me fired up. So
right.
So now that I have this deadline looming, I'm going out of town, and then I had you as an accountability, and I just love. I didn't think I would love it, but I love it.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Once you actually get with an accountability partner that you have fun with, and you do it for each other, you make stuff happen. And I'm on a personal level, this is what I'm doing with my own team. I'm getting together with a certain number of my team who want to really run, and I'm going to pair them up. I'm going to be the kind of overall accountability partner, but I'm actually going to pair my team up with each other. And make sure that they're accountable to each other. So it kind of takes the pressure off me for doing so much accountability calls.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that goes too. I mean, I'm going to be, involved with all of the pairings, as it were, but I'm going to have them do the day-to-day accountability with each other.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. So and I actually Anna, I don't know what her last name is, Petrovich or something like that.
Anna Petrovich, yeah.
Yeah, Petrovich. Her and I have become each other's accountability partners, and so
I love Anna. Anna is awesome. She is so resilient.
She's
so
awesome,
resilient.
Yeah. And so so the two of us have been calling one another, and so we're going to keep that up as well. But I need, if most people just need one accountability person. I need like 5. So.
Not that you're greedy or anything.
No, it's just what I need. I really, it takes a village to raise this child, and yes, I need my village.
I hear you. Have you talked to Mohammed much about the call at all, or not?
Yes, I have, and in fact, when I hang up with you, I owe him a call, so I can be accountable to him as well.
Great. Tell him I said hi. I really like Mohammed. He and I are very good friends. For those of you who are listening, that's EC, Executive Consultant Mohammed Alam. Like just a great leader, just such a hard worker, and he just quietly gets on with it. He's just awesome.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to let you go. And yes, sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, yeah, I just agreed with everything you said, and then I was going to say to you that I will text you tomorrow for the time that I can call you, because then, like I said, I get in like 6:30 their time, but I don't know what it's like 8:30 our time or something, and so
I am going to be in class from like 7 till 10 tomorrow evening, so you'll have to call me after that 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
Or before that, so it's up to you.
Yeah, I'd probably be after, because you know how I am. I'm the late bird, so.
Yeah, me too. That's fine. All right, my love.
Well,
thank you very much for calling. Yeah, another great day. Remember to keep the score, because we've got 2 more appointments, which is, again, the purpose of this call. It's not about whether people join your business or not. It's whether we get the opportunity to show them the business. And you've got 2 more today, so good for you, my love.
Oh, wait, I do have one other person, too. Oh, my gosh. Yes,
Let me hear it.
Another Erin, but it's a female Erin, and she told me she does another networking, that Rodan and Phil thing. She's like, but she wants to hear what I've got to say, and it's awesome, because she came in and told me, oh, I've got a house that sits on 2 acres of land, and Encore was out today. They had to cut down some trees that's on my property, and she goes on to this whole long story, and then she mentions, she's like, yeah, I have service with Reliant. I'm like, It's like, how does that feel?
Boo. Boo.
I know, right? So I'm calling her tomorrow to do another appointment. Yes, Erin, that's my other one. So, yeah, there's some up and down. Okay,
so we
I'm
got
done.
David, Aaron, and who was the other guy at the hair product counter?
His name was Aaron. So Aaron guy, Aaron number 2, and then Aaron girl, Aaron number 3.
And then David.
And then David.
Yep. All right. Good deal.
Okay.
All right, let me get this.
Oh, and Candace. Right, Candace, right.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Okay.
All right, so remember, keep score, because on Sunday we're gonna kind of see where the score is to kind of show people how, when you put some effort in each week, how many opportunities you really get. So I like to do it not by theory. I like to have actually what happened.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you go, my love. Have a great evening and a great travel safe tomorrow, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, sweetheart. Bye-bye.